women will share a high value man, like a valuable guy. They will. A large percentage of women that you wouldn't expect would under the right circumstances. But at the same time, you're not going to be serving her very well. Like, she's not going to be happy about it. The reason why you're given the authority to lead is because you're putting other people before you. You're putting her before you. And so if you're not doing that, then you don't really have the respect or authority to lead at that point. So
I would say, though, that women, the only women who are willing to share a man, it's not because of the man. It's because of the other things that he provides. I can't see any woman who respects herself and loves a man sharing him with another woman.
If a man genuinely carried himself as high value, placing women in a situation where they're expected to share him usually wouldn't be the move. In many cases, the real attraction isn't the man, it's the access to his resources and the lifestyle that comes with it.
And the truth about monogamy is, and the truth about monogamy is even made to benefit men, and polygamy benefits women. Most men are not rich, and reality is, in the animal kingdom, females typically do the choosing. Polygamy benefits women because the Kobe Bryants of the world get to have the multiple wives and concubines, so everybody, all the women get a man. The issue is broke men don't get women. So monogamy is the way that we can ensure that average Joes get to get married too.
When I first thought about polygamy, right? Obviously coming from the West, it's very taboo. Nobody really, it's kind of weird, right? And it's really thought of as a Muslim thing. But the more I've lived life, I've realized that we're already in polygamy. Most people don't know it yet. If you take the rate that people cheat within married relationships, up to 50% some say, as little as 25%, that's partially polygamy. If the woman's married to one guy, cheating with the personal trainer. On top of that, you know, monogamy used to be one person for life. So if you have a first wife and a second wife, okay, I guess maybe it's a little different because the guy's not dating them or married to them at the same time. But the way they would see it in the East is that we do essentially the same thing. We just kind of do it at different periods in our life. Polygamy is seen as something that the men want. No. If tomorrow they said, ladies, we're going to make being a side chick a crime and cheating a crime, right? We're going to make it illegal. Tomorrow you will be stoned to death if you cheat on your wife. And you will also be stoned to death if you cheat with a married man. Do you know who would protest first? The ladies. I mean, we loved the show Scandal, right? And the show Scandal is what? About the president's side chick. Why do women love Monica Lewinsky? I don't make the rules, right? But I can describe what's going on.
If a billionaire wanted multiple wives, it wouldn't take much convincing. When a man can provide a certain level of security and lifestyle, people usually find a way to make peace with the arrangement.
Baby, drop your location, I'm coming to find you. Don't like the past, but let me get behind you. I am that guy for real, must I remind you? I was at dinner in the restaurant.
Expecting women to lower their standards was never realistic. But expecting men to stay loyal when they have plenty of options isn't realistic either.
Women don't mind sharing a man, as long as he's a provider. They are even willing to lower down their standards as long as there's something they benefit. So that's why men are so successful being polygamous informally.
Sometimes the math is simple. A man's money is seen as something everyone benefits from, while a woman's money usually stays hers. When that dynamic exists, it's not surprising that some women don't mind sharing access to a man who's financially well-positioned.
Here's an uncomfortable reality. Women will share a man if he's high value enough. Girls would rather share a guy that's a winner than have a loser all to themselves. And with feminism coming in, where women earn more money than ever before, they're more educated than ever before, they have higher status than ever before, there's a dwindling amount of men that are able to compete for their attraction. So what ends up happening? Women become victims of their own success. They go up the totem pole, doors close. Men, you go up the totem pole, doors open. So women, whether they want to accept it or not, are sharing the same small percentage of men. So what I'm saying is that I get what you're saying. We're a two-parent household, nuclear family. I agree with that. I think that's the backbone of the United States. But we're quickly going into a society where most men are not going to qualify for most women.
Historically, men with status, kings, rulers, wealthy elites, often had multiple wives. That wasn't random. It reflected the natural dynamics of status and scarcity. What we're seeing today isn't new. It's just the modern version playing out in today's dating market.
What does poly wife happy life mean? I would like to have and be in a relationship with a man who wants polygamy. It's going to be opened on the man's side, but very closed on my side. So he is capable of having more than one wife, and I am only to serve him in every shape, way, or form that he needs me to. I respect this man, I cater to him, and I do all the things that he needs me to do in order for him to continue to thrive in life. Okay, I recharge his batteries 1,000% of the time because I'm a woman. Things are very easy for me in this life. And so my dynamic of a relationship, of a marriage, is I do want to be married to a man who just want to have more than one wife. I want my sister wife. I can't wait to be blessed with a man who sees this dynamic and respects it in the right way.
It's interesting how quickly this kind of behavior started being treated as normal.
Don't ever let me become one of those women who convinces themselves that they're okay with a throuple because they just can't come to the terms or fact that their husband or boyfriend wants to cheat on them. If I ever get to that point, send me down in Ocean Gate. That little submarine, send me down. Because clearly I've lost my damn mind.
Considering how the financial climate is unfolding right now, it may not take as long as you think before that situation becomes your reality. Times are shifting quickly, and many people are quietly adjusting whether they plan to or not. I'm not overly concerned either way, just observing the direction things are moving and letting the outcomes speak for themselves. Well, given the situation financially these days, it likely won't be long before you do.
Majority of women, and it's evidently to see that 20% of the men get all the girls. You know what I'm saying? The top 20%, right? And if you all go for the same guys, you have to share. But you do. This is why men have multiple baby mothers.
That's the sad reality. I hear you. You do have to share. It's a competition at the and you got to share. And
I'm not sharing.
A lot of people are happy with that.
Of course they are.
But a lot of people are happy to share. Do you know how many people I know that he has a girl or he talks to her, but they don't care. Just as long as listen, take me on my dates, buy me my things, and do you know what I'm saying? They're happy with that.
Something you'll notice over time is that morality is often filtered through emotion. What feels right in the moment becomes the definition of what is right, regardless of whether the standard itself is consistent. Feelings become the framework that decisions are judged through. And once emotion becomes the standard, the conclusion tends to move wherever the feeling moves. If the message hit, like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.